Hello and welcome back to our Dreamweaver series. We are on the very last video for this series. We're in chapter 12, working with the Spry framework, and we're going to be looking in this video about working with Spry data widgets and the Spry repeat list. Now, the Spry panel has also a number of widgets which they can read from and update themselves using XML data, which is great for creating calendars, news and blogs. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, which describes the exchange of data between seemingly unrelated systems. Before we can use a data widget, we have to create a Spry XML data set, which points towards the XML data sources, and this is usually an XML file which you're going to find in your site folder. So in order to be able to create a new Spry XML data set, we're going to be following a few of these steps. So let's get on and do that now. Okay, so what we'll need to do is we'll need to go into the Insert panel and look for the Spry category and then the Spry data set button. So I'm going to condense these and this, and what we'll do is we'll open, and we're in our Spry category, and we're going to be looking for the Spry data set button, and that's the one at the top. So let's just click on that and you will find this. Now, to fill in the following details, you'll need to, at the top, go from HTML to XML. We're going to change the name and we're going to call it events. So let's take off this. And then we need to go and browse for this particular data. So let's go and look for that in our chapter 12 folder. So here we are, chapter 12. I'll be wanting you to go into data, and there you see events XML. So let's click and open, and we've got some information down there. Now what we'll need to do is not choose anything up here, but just go to, you might find that yours is condensed. In fact, it might be condensed here. You can expand it all and just click on event, and you'll see that we've got a lot of information in the rows. Now this row element should in most cases not be the root element, which is calendar, as this is not something that repeats. It's best if you choose a node that occurs several times and represents a repeating piece of information. Okay, once you're done, that should create the data set. So let's go and do that now. So here's done. Let's go and click on that. Now the next thing we need to do is find this tab here called Bindings. So you'll need to go to Window and look for Bindings and go and tick it, and you'll find that this tab will appear. Okay, so what are we going to do with this tab? Well, the Bindings tab is where you can view and manage your data sets and see the nodes that they contain. So let's go and investigate a little bit more what this Bindings tab is all about. You'll now see your new data set listed within the Bindings panel. What you see is a list of all its data nodes, such as data, title, and caption. Okay, now that the Spry data set has been created, we're ready to add a Spry data widget to our page. A Spry data widget is simply an HTML structure, such as a list or table, that is designed to build itself from information it finds in your Spry data set. Rather than having to manually add enough bullet points or rows, the widget builds as many as it needs to display the records found in a specific data set. An easy way to display data from our new XML dataset is by using a Spry repeat list, which uses one of 3 HTML list styles: unordered, ordered, and the definition list to display data. As with any standard HTML structure, you can fine-tune its look with basic CSS properties. For demonstration and practice in this video, there are some pre-created classes. So, to add a Spray data widget, we're going to do the following. What we need to do is this. We're going to go down here to where we see events. And like we've done with previous elements or Spry elements, we're going to get rid of this placeholder, but we're going to keep the cursor in that spot there. Now we're going to go and insert from our Spry category the Spry repeat list. So let's go and condense and let's look for our Spry repeat list. So click it once. Now you're going to need to make sure that you've got the following. That at the top you have the definition list. So make sure you've got the definition list, that you've got events, that you've got date, and in the DD column you've got the title. Okay, so the new Spry region is going to be added, and we do that by clicking OK. And we'll make sure that we click yes. List. So let's see how that looks. Let's go File, Save and Browse. And File and Preview there. So right now we've got what we need. And you can see that the placeholder list on your page is now filled with the calendar information from your XML file. Once you've added a data widget, you can fine-tune it by adding additional data fields, rearranging the order of the data fields and styling it with basic CSS. For this video, we're going to be using an attached style sheet which we will assign to our new Sprite repeat list in order to give it some style. So let's go and do that. Let's come out of this and we're left with all of this here. Now I'm going to collapse the insert and expand bindings, so that's what we have. Now what I want you to do is I want you to place your cursor after the word date, and from there I want you to put a space and I want you to put a colon, and after you've gone and done that I want you to go and drag in the time. So we want this and we're going to drag in the time, and we have that, and we'll just put a space after that as well. Now the next thing is I want you to click after the word title and then go shift and return to just go underneath the word title, and from there we're going to drag in the caption. So let's grab that and drag it underneath, and we have that. So now let's have a look at what we've got now. So let's just go into the live view, and we're starting to get it in a little bit of sensible order. So let's come out of live view and we're going to go and give it some styling. So to do that, we've got these pre-created CSS rules which we're going to dress up our list with. So the first thing is I want you to select date and time, and from there I want you to make sure that you've got your HTML button selected, and then I want you to go into the class, and you're going to see an awful lot, and I want you to go and select event date, so dot event date, which is this one, and click. Right, We're going to do the same type of thing for title and caption. So let's now select the title and let's go into the class, and we're looking for event title. So we've got that. Now we're coming down to our caption. So let's select the caption, into class, and we're looking for .event caption, and there it is there, and click. Right, let's go File, Save All. And then we're going to go File and Browse. And now you see that we have our list of events, all of which have got some CSS styling. Okay, so from this point you can simply update the attached XML files without the need to modify the data widgets in any way. Because each Spry data widget populates dynamically, new data will follow into the widget each time the page is loaded. So we've gone and had an awful lot of work done in Dreamweaver and had a look at a whole variety of ways to create appealing, dynamic, user-friendly web pages. Thanks for watching this series. It's been a real joy to work through it, and I really hope you found this both enjoyable and useful. I look forward to seeing you in a different series in the near future. Until then, goodbye.